And good evening and welcome back once again from inside the Neller Center. I'm Andy Lacombe. Tonight we had two of the large school semifinals here in the 77th edition of the Clark High School Basketball Tournament, and two highly competitive games throughout the night. So we now have a final, and this is how it shook out. Tomorrow night's final will be decided. But first, the semifinals, Groton Dunstable and Shepherd Hill. Tyler Leclerc for three, second quarter. And Groton Dunstable came out firing, more from the Crusaders. Leclerc shot off the mark here. Gavin Keogh with the board finds Ethan Cook. And Cook knocks down the triple, part of a 15-0 run for Groton Dunstable, taking a commanding lead. Third quarter, Groton Dunstable running. Keogh with the lay-in. Had a big night, and then more from Shepherd Hill now getting back into it. Jason O'Regan, Hoop and Harm. O'Regan, the sophomore, stepping up as Mike Raposa was out with an injury at this point in the game. Fourth quarter, Groton Dunstable inbound, Cook, the Hoop, the Harm, and Groton Dunstable would just take off in the fourth. Leclerc had a huge night. Closing it out, the Crusaders are heading back to the finals with a 70-50 win. In the nightcap, Bartlett and Neshoba. First quarter, Neshoba in transition. Andrew Snoddy gonna finish, and he's fouled. Three-point play for the Chieftains. Late in the quarter, it is the Chieftains' Trevor Maniac with a three right at the buzzer. And we had a one-point game after a quarter. Into the second, Anthony Gremsky with the steal for Bartlett, goes the distance. He's fouled. Hoop and Harm for the Indians. Gremsky had a huge night. Here's a little circus three. Somehow flies this up. It's all net. And the Indians have themselves a little bit of a lead late in the quarter. Neshoba with the break. Maniac with the lay-in. Bartlett was up one at the half. Maniac had some big hoops late in quarters. We'll get to that in a second. Third quarter, Gremsky draws the contact, gets the runner to drop. Bartlett leading into the fourth quarter. Then it's Neshoba's Tony Kennan. Offensive rebound off a free throw. Big play for Kennan, getting Neshoba closer. Gremsky had 23 points. Look at this three from way downtown. Off glass for three. The lead was to Bartlett late in the game, but Alex Jacobs' jumper tied it at 51 with under 40 seconds to play. Chieftains then steal the inbound, and who is it? It's Maniac. With the steal, reverse layup, that becomes the difference. Bartlett cannot get off a game-tying bid late in this one, and so Neshoba wins 53-51. So it is Neshoba and Groton Dunstable, a little North County flair in the large school finals. Kevin Shea called the games for us tonight, and Kev, you saw a wild finish in the Bartlett-Neshoba game. Take us through.
Yeah, that was a great game. That was an unbelievable game, and really you look at Neshoba and just how they hung around. And Bartlett, you showed those circus shots that Gremsky was hitting, and you know, it can easily, you see some of those and say, well, you know what, it's not going to be our night. They're throwing up some crazy shots, they're going in. But you know what, Neshoba just hung around, and then defense. Defense, we've talked about it all tournament long. Defense is what wins you games, wins you championships. It was that huge steal at the end by Maniac and goes in. And that's a hard shot. That reverse, that was no gimme that he put in, the reverse layup for the deciding 2 points.
And you know, Neshoba goes back to the finals in the large schools for the second straight year. They lost to Shepherd Hill last year. Shepherd Hill does not go back, and Mike Raposa injured in this game. His coaches say he's going to be okay and he'll be fine for the districts, but he's a big part of that Shepherd Hill team, and having him not having him tonight hurt.
Yeah, it certainly did, but you got to take your hats off to Groton Dunstable and just the defensive job they were doing. Obviously, the Raposa not at 100%, but still, the job they were doing on him where they were fronting him and had two guys coming in to help from behind. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of defense they're going to throw at Neshoba tomorrow night.
Those juniors, Leclerc and Keogh and Cook, I mean, they were awesome tonight for Groton Dunstable. All right, so tomorrow night, it's all set up for us. 6 o'clock, our coverage begins for the small school finals, Sutton and Maynard, and then Groton Dunstable and Neshoba in the finals. Championship Saturday from the Neller Center of the 77th Clark High School Basketball Tournament. For Kevin Shea, I'm Andy Lacombe. That is Sports. Andy Madison, we send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Andy, Kevin, thank you guys very much. Two very exciting games earlier this evening, and we look forward to the matchup on Saturday. Of course, as they mentioned, those games will tip off 6 o'clock right here on Charter TV3. Charter TV3 is your home for all coverage of the Clark Tournament this weekend. Well, that is going to do it for us tonight. But before we go, we love to hear from you. If you've got a story idea or anything that you would love coverage of, please send us your story ideas at news@chartercom.com. That is news@chartercom.com. We would love to hear from you here in the Worcester area. Also, you can like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at Worcester News Tonight. We always like hearing from people in the community. Well, that is going to do it for our broadcast this evening at 10 o'clock. I'm Andy Madison. For all of us here at Charter TV3, a reminder once again, of course, coverage of the Clark Tournament continues tomorrow at 6 o'clock here on Charter TV3. I'm Andy Madison. Thank you for watching. Be safe this weekend and have a good night.